Today's video is actually inspired by a recent comment I got from one of my videos, one of my really old videos, and that is the Chanel backpack review. I used to have the Urban Spirit backpack from way back, well, not way back, like 5-6 years ago, and I actually don't have that bag anymore. My collection has changed quite a little bit. So in that comment, the viewer was asking if I still had the bag, do I still like it, that she found one pre-loved and was asking if it was worth buying. So I did honestly tell her that I didn't have that bag anymore and I would share why I don't have that bag. So throughout the videos, throughout the years on my videos, I have mentioned, why it may not suit my lifestyle because, it's at the back, it's a little bit flimsy, hard to get in and out of, the lambskin is also more delicate. But there is also a reason that I did not really share very much on why I decided to pick that bag to let go. And I actually let go of the Urban Spirit backpack along with a few other bags. And that has to do with safety. So this topic started from this viewer's comment. And obviously right now there is a lot of talk on the luxury social media about Lydia Millen's video where she was selling all handbags and that safety in London was one of her biggest concerns and a lot of reaction videos. Now I don't follow Lydia at all. I may have in the past, but her lifestyle and my lifestyle, we are just totally different. not even the slightest closest, maybe one bag close, but other than that nothing the same. So I don't really connect with her. I did watch her video and I do resonate with the point about being somewhere and safety can be an issue and a concern and something that eats at you and you think about it. So why put yourself there? So I do resonate with that train of thought. There were many other commentaries talking about maybe she's coming out her own line. I'm not going to get into that. So today's video is really talking about my Urban Spirit backpack. So I'll do a little story time and then maybe we'll round up on, just overall safety and luxury. So I'm thinking of where do I start. So I used to have that bag and a few other Chanel bags and it was in 2020. And in 2020, the pandemic was kind of in full force. And during that time, a lot of people were not traveling. Obviously, there were lockdowns. In Singapore, there was a circuit breaker. And in that time, and I've not spoken about this publicly on my channel, but I was also, asked to relocate. It definitely took me by surprise. But, I grabbed the bull by its horns and I did whatever it takes to relocate. And I was given a bit of time to relocate. I had to, move furniture, I had to move clothing, I had to do a lot of packing. We got, a mover, international mover. I got things going. But one of the things that I had to think about, with relocating is also a bit of, decluttering, right? You see what clothes you want to bring back, you want to toss them away. So it's a bit of a spring cleaning as well. So on top of just clothes and shoes and a little bit of furniture, my collection was something that I had to revisit. I had to think about what I did not want to bring back home. I was going to relocate back to Malaysia. And I love Malaysia. Malaysia is home. There's my parents. It's home. So I feel very in love with my country. However, it's not the safest place to be carrying luxury. Now, when I am in Singapore, I feel like the safety is so ingrained here, or at least it's like hygiene, right? Safety here, everybody thinks of Singapore as, you can walk around with your luxury bags. Everybody does. It's actually nothing to be so shocked about, right? You'll see Birkins and Kellys in MBS. It's almost like nothing. But in Malaysia, it's not the case. And it's not that it's it's not that people there don't have the wealth. There are really, really wealthy people in Malaysia. It's just that I think enforcement of safety is also it's challenging. The country is so much bigger. There are a lot of people. There are small little like lanes. So at one time, Malaysia had a lot of problems with car parks. Car parks in the shopping mall, where, as you're walking to your car, you might get robbed and attacked in the car park. So after a while, there was this big, uproar of, malls not really protecting their customers in the car park, that they started to install a lot of bright lights, because car parks in the past used to be really, really dark. It's like you will walk like really fast to the car park, to your car in the car park. And I do a dash to my car. But nowadays, car parks are really bright. There's a lot of lights in most of the major shopping centers. And you will see a lot of security guards patrolling. But that's because there was a big situation of robberies and thefts and people getting really injured at car parks. Then there was there was an ongoing thing about snatch thieves. I think in most countries there are snatch thieves. However, there was so much of it in at least in KL, that it felt really unsafe to go out with your bags. And it's not necessarily luxury bags. It can be any bag, okay? You would be carrying it on the side of your shoulder. If you're walking the road, they will come on a motorbike and they'll snatch you. And, if you are lucky, they just take your bag and you just topple. But if you are unlucky, let's say you're carrying a crossbody bag, you get dragged along. There were so many cases of women and older ladies being pulled and dropped into the drain, and they died, and it's just horrific. But one thing that came out of this, for at least for me, is that I am really on high alert when I am walking in KL. I don't take my safety for granted there, and in most times I don't carry any bag, not even any luxury bag. I just don't. Or even if I do, I have this mental space where the moment I leave the mall, my bag is, I turned, to the side that's not facing the road. I'm holding on to it. I'm holding the key in my hand. I feel like I am prepared for any kind of danger when I'm in KL. So I just don't carry my luxury bags. That is the reason why when I was deciding on bags that I wanted to let go during this period of relocating, the Chanel backpack obviously did not fit into the life in KL. I don't carry, carrying a backpack at the back of me with the Chanel logo is like alarm bells. Okay, first thing, I can't see my bag. It's so big. If somebody grabs me, I'm a backpack shoulder carrier, and then I get dragged along. So safety made me pick the bags to let go. I knew there were at least half my collection. It did not suit. It just didn't suit being in Malaysia. I didn't have any Chanel's. I didn't have any Birkins or Kellys then, or at least I sold them already. But I didn't have like my Birkin 25 yet. I didn't have my Kelly. Definitely not my mini Kelly. So, the thing is, the place that if you are going somewhere, or at least if I was going again, my collection will shift. It was something that I spoke to with Clara. I remember telling Clara about it. It was quite sad because I wasn't really ready to let the bag go, frankly. If I was still in Singapore, I would just enjoy the bag and just use it and not think so much about it, right? Obviously, functionally, if I can complain about functionally, it's a little fussy. Back of my back, and it's kind of like the strings are just a bit fiddly sometimes, but it's a beautiful bag, and I was wanting it for so long. However, being in a different place makes your eyes open. It makes you think about different things. It's not about the bag anymore. It's thinking about, hey, do I want to be carrying this flashier looking bag? Whether or not it's that flashy bag or a bag in general, when I'm going to places where it's not the most wise. It can be appropriate, but it may not be the most wise. Safety for myself, or maybe for people around me, or even the hassle after an incident, if it happens, I guess it's just not worth it. So besides the Chanel Urban Spirit backpack, I did rehome 2 other Chanel bags for almost the same reason. But I also took an opportunity during that time to start my decluttering of my collector mindset. So during that time, I actually also put my multicolor Speedy 30 for sale. I know the multicolor collection is back, but I really had a very different mindset then. I felt really difficult to let go of things. And yeah, I guess that whole scenario, that whole situation of moving and changing life and all of that, it really made me say, okay, let's restart. So I had to let go of bags that I wasn't ready to let go, but I had to also change my mindset that it's okay to not collect. So that was kind of like my first step into doing two things at the same time. It was quite hard. It was quite hard to, shave off stuff so much so quickly. But I didn't shave off everything. I did keep some of the bags. So I kept, first I kept my wok, all right? I kept my green wok. That time it was still green. Now it's sort of like faded even more. But I kept that because when I was reviewing the things, I thought, this would still be okay. I didn't have to sell everything. Now, that was just, I don't think I could have done it, frankly. And even if today, I don't think I can do it as well. I do love handbags, like generally, not just luxury handbags. Okay, I do love every handbag. Hello Kitty, anything. It's just, I'm just a bag kind of girl. So I did keep, I'm trying to remember every bag that I decided to keep. I kept my... Did I sell my Chanel Boy? I think I sold my Chanel Boy as well that time. Or I was in the process of also including that in the sale. Wow, I'm trying to think. I kept a couple of my LV bags as well. Oh, I kept the BB, I forgot the name of the bag, the Lock Me BB as well. And I think later on I got another LV bag, but that's obviously in much deeper into the COVID time. But anyway, it was a bit of a time that I had to think about, not about the resale price, not about, space, not about style or fashion or whether I still like it. I had to think about safety, and some bags actually went on the chopping block because they were just not aligned to being safe, or at least in my definition of safe. It made me feel comfortable wearing it. It just didn't feel right in the right places. And I knew that if I just kept the bags, I wouldn't use them at all. I'd like to know what you think about luxury and safety. I was watching Jerusha's video about, safety and about how fear-mongering is. I hope I am not doing that. I hope I'm not fear-mongering. But, when I was in that situation itself, it made sense for me to make those decisions. So I just want to know what would you do? What would you do if you were, going to some place that you're going to be there for a while, or you travel to some place that may be known to be less safe? Not to say unsafe. I think everyone knows you need to be careful everywhere you go, right? Because there are always bad actors out there. It's just that when we are in this luxury community, the little diamond here, the little sparkle there, it is attractive to the bad actors' eyes. So yeah, I like to know what you would do. What is it for you in luxury and safety? What do you? I guess all of us care, but what precautions do you take? Or you are also considering this situation that's why you're downsizing. I just want to get at what everybody's thinking. Particularly, I think this year the economic climate's not the best. I think a lot of us are kind of pulling back a little bit as well. I don't want to go out with my stuff, and I just feel like this year just gives that sentiment of let's be on the down low a little bit, that kind of feeling. So anyway, I want to hear your comments. Please do comment in the comment section down below. And to my viewer who asked the question, thank you for inspiring this video. If you have any kind of video recommendations for me, any kind of Luxe Chit Chats you want me to talk about, there is one more I'm supposed to do, or maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But anyway, you guys, if you enjoyed the video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!